Hi there, football fans, and welcome to Transfermarkt TV International. My name is Trevor Evans, bringing you the latest news, rumours and statistics from across the world of football. Today, we've got Project-Mbappe, Real Madrid's plans to sign Mbappe in the summer and how they plan to do so. And also, Manchester City's quest for world dominance in the world of football with their latest acquisition into the Football City Group family. But we're going to start with rumours. And this one is going to turn heads. Sergio Agüero is being linked with a free transfer to Barcelona. Is this to replace Messi, get Aguero in, or to team them up? Very interesting prospects indeed. The 32-year-old is Man City's all-time leading goal scorer with 256 goals in 379 games, whilst winning 4 Premier League titles. His contract expires this summer, and after a series of injuries, he's been limited to game time. But when he's fit, he plays and he scores. He's familiar with La Liga during his time with Atletico Madrid, where he scored 100 in 230 games. On the fringes of Arsenal, Mesut Ozil has finally, after months, years perhaps of stagnation and the cold shoulders of the Emirates, found a home. The World Cup winner, widely considered to be one of the best creative players in the Premier League on his day, has found Fenerbahce as a potential destination. He's lost match practice over time as he's been out of the game, but he can probably still cut it over in Turkey. Ozil claims to have grown up as a Fenerbahce fan in Germany, and the team has struggled in recent years, so Ozil will be expected to return some of the glory. He's willing to take a big pay cut and terminate his existing deal at Arsenal to make it happen. He's also expressed a desire to play in the US, so will he go to Turkey or US first? That will be decided very soon. 23-year-old Jamaica international winger Leon Patrick Bailey Butler, that's right, that's his full name, is ready to move to England. He was signed in 2017 for €13.5 million by Leverkusen, and this year he's got 9 goals, 7 assists in 20 games so far, which is attracting interest, and he would command a large transfer fee from the Premier League. Spurs and Everton linked, and his current market value is €29.5 million. Hot off the press today, Joshua Zirkzee could be on his way to Everton. The 19-year-old Netherlands striker from Bayern has been limited to game time in Munich due to lots of competition. Lewandowski, for example, he's played 17 games for them though and scored 4. Not a bad return. He's not exactly playing full games there either. He has a big future ahead of him, but he's looking for some extra game time, and Everton need additional firepower in their push for European qualification. Somewhat of a revelation this season in the Bundesliga, 23-year-old recent Germany international central midfielder Neuhaus is being tracked by Real Madrid and Inter Milan. The Gladbach midfielder has scored 13 and assisted 16 in his 93 games for the club. Big clubs are taking note. Bayern, as I mentioned, Inter and AC Milan, and Real Madrid entering the fold. His current market value of €28 million and is continuing to rise based on his form, but he has an exit release clause of €40 million, which is unlikely to deter any of these potential suitors. Borussia Mönchengladbach have another gem in their ranks in Rami Bensebaini, who is being tracked by Manchester City. Not shy from signing defenders, the 25-year-old Algerian international left-back is being targeted by Pep Guardiola to replace Mendy. He scored 8, assisted 5 in 38 games, and he was signed from Rennes in 2019 for €8 million. His current market value is €60 million, but as we know, Man City like to spend big on their defence. Yves Basuma, the 24-year-old Mali international central midfielder of Brighton, is being tracked by Liverpool. He was signed from Lille in 2018 for €17 million, which was at the time double his market value, and he's established himself as a first-team regular this season and getting plenty of attention in doing so. He's been earmarked by Liverpool as a replacement for Wijnaldum should he leave the summer, with obviously Barcelona poised to swoop, and apparently Klopp is making personal inquiries himself beyond his scouting team. Sticking with the Seagulls, and Caicedo could be on his way to Brighton. The 19-year-old Ecuadorian senior international central midfielder and top prospect, who was previously linked with Manchester United, could be on his way to Brighton as they have moved for the swoop to get the deal done. Talks are already underway, and with a market value of €5 million, it's likely to happen. Maybe this transfer window, perhaps next. West Ham need a striker. 19-year-old Portuguese/Brazilian attacker Marcos Paulo could be on his way. Fluminense are keen to sell and cash in after little progress was made in new contract talks. For the club so far, he scored 11 and assisted 10 in a total of 64 games. The Hammers squad is depleted and they're looking for additional quality, but a costly, unproven addition may not be what the fans want. And last but not least, Colombian legend Falcao could be on his way to the US, with the Portland Timbers expressing an interest. Galatasary are willing to do business, and it could be time for him to shine over in the States. We're going to take a little bit of time to assess Manchester City's quest for world dominance, well, at least in the football world at least. They have built an empire on which the sun doesn't set. Their latest partnership/acquisition comes in Bolivia. It's adding to their complete list of clubs in which they've made partnerships with. New York City in the US, 2013. They've managed to establish some players from over in the States. Bolivar, the newest one, again, 2021. Squad value of 10.6. Source of South American players. And Montevideo in Uruguay. Adding to their collection, in England, the crown jewel, Manchester City, winning the Premier League 4 times since they were taken over. Over in Belgium, again, where they loaned some of their players out. Lommel, Troyes in France. Haven't really utilised that connection as yet. And Girona, again, lots of loan players being loaned out into La Liga to get much needed match experience. And now we go to the east, far east. Over in Japan, Yokohama. In China, Sichuan. And over in India, Mumbai. But last but not least, the farthest corner of the world, we are seeing Melbourne City in Australia. So the ambitious project is to find the best talent from around the world. They're planning to grow and learn together, but the question is, who's next? I'm putting on the table, I think a team in Argentina will be used as a negotiation tool for any Messi deals, perhaps Newell's Old Boys. We shall see. Now, it's no secret of Real Madrid's desire to sign Kylian Mbappe from Paris Saint-Germain. They do not have the resources, i.e. cash, to make the deal happen anytime soon. And it's going to be a mega deal. Remember, he was bought for a lot of money initially by Paris Saint-Germain, and they do not want him to go for free. His salary is going to be huge as well. But Real Madrid are making plans now. It's not going to happen in this transfer window, the Mbappe deal, but they can start to sell players to prepare themselves for the deal ahead in the summer. So let's take a look at how they might be able to make this deal happen. Fee expected to be between 150 and 222 million euros for Mbappe, and they have a queue of players that they're going to have to sell to make this happen. Gareth Bale, Marcelo, Luka Jovic, of the few. So there's lots of wheeling and dealing and negotiations and deals that Real Madrid need to make for this one deal Mbappe to go through. So let's get started and take a deeper dive. Where do the players fit in? Up first, Isco. He has been in the squad for a long time now, and he's not really made any headway. He's got a contract until 2022, and he's lost 70 million euros on his market value since October 2018. He was due to leave to go to Sevilla. Zidane rejected. He hardly plays, and therefore he is imminent to leave. Up next, Dani Chabaos at Arsenal at the moment. He's playing regularly, and Arsenal are keen to make a deal happen. They tried to already, and Real Madrid knocked them back. However, if they can get some money for him to put towards the Mbappe deal, that's a nice way to get some credit. Luka Jovic signed for big money from Frankfurt, but has not made the desired impact as yet. Recently been released on loan to Frankfurt to see if he can regain some of that form. Could be a time to cash in again to put towards this Mbappe pot. Long-term servant Marcelo, 32 years old. He's making appearances, but he's been replaced effectively at left-back these days, and no clubs currently known to be interested. How much they'll get for him remains to be seen, but also his salary is huge. Who would be able to afford Marcelo? Signed from Manchester City for 17 million euros in 2019. He's hardly played at Real Madrid at all, and he's currently on loan at Milan. Will they want him? There's no option to buy, but Milan are supposedly interested in making the deal permanent. Again, an opportunity to throw some extra euros into the pot for Mbappe. So let's take a look at where it stands. We have a running total. We're guesstimating 180 million euros is what it's going to take to sign Mbappe. That's transfer fee, not even the salaries. And there's a whole host of players that could compromise that fee. Gareth Bale, also worthy mention there. He's on loan at Tottenham at the moment, but not really making much happen. So will they get much of a transfer fee for him? And all of these guys are on big money contracts per week. Obviously, this is a very ambitious project with lots of things that could go wrong. Real Madrid need to line up a lot of things to make this happen. Do all of these players even want to leave? Some of them have contracts on big money that run for another couple of years. Does Mbappe want to leave Paris Saint-Germain to move to Real Madrid? And if he doesn't, who is Real Madrid having their scopes instead? Salah has been touted, but does he even want to leave Liverpool? Lots of big projects, lots of big questions to be asked in the coming weeks and months. No, moving on to our next topic, and we're going to look at the transfers. Up first and big news, Moussa Dembele has moved to Atletico Madrid on an initial loan of €1.5 million with the option to extend his stay further with a permanent deal. The former Celtic striker moved to Lyon for €20 million in 2018. He's racked up 45 goals and 13 assists in 108 games for the French club, but he struggled this season, only 1 goal in 670 minutes of game time. He was injured for a proportion of it, which has seen current La Liga leaders seize the opportunity. He signs on a loan, big option to buy in the summer of €38 million including add-ons. Lyon did not spend much time making a replacement deal happen. They worked quickly and replaced him with Islam Slimani very cost effectively on a free transfer from Leicester City as they agreed to release him from his contract early. He was formerly their most expensive signing ever. 32-year-old Algerian international striker rediscovered his form at Monaco last season, where he bagged 9, assisted 7 in 19 games. He was obviously keen for a return to France, understandably so. Fossel Mensah has moved to Leverkusen in a €1.7 million deal. The 23-year-old Netherlands international fullback never really made the grade at United despite 30 first-team opportunity appearances. He had a couple of loan deals which didn't work out, but he's finally got his break and Leverkusen are willing to take the chance. However, it's a cut price of €1.7 million, which is half of his current market value, and he signs on a deal until 2024. Also on his way back to the Bundesliga is Luka Jovic, who's going back to Frankfurt on loan. The 23-year-old Serbian international striker moved to Real Madrid in 2019 for €63 million. His current market value of €20 million is based on 2 goals and 2 assists in 32 games at the Bernabeu. He's not really clicked, but he is still young and could still do it in La Liga. He's returned to Frankfurt from where Real Madrid was signed him, where he scored 36, assisted 9 in 75 games last time around. Loan until the end of the season, and the plan is for him to help challenge for European places in the Bundesliga this season. He's going to link up with the current main man of Andre Silva, who has been on fire. Journeyman Lucas Piazon has moved to Braga from Chelsea. He spent a bit of time on loan in Germany with Frankfurt, but his 10 years at Chelsea consisted of 7 loan spells and just 3 games for the senior team of Chelsea, during which he actually achieved 2 assists. Shows what you need to make it the grade at Chelsea, but the 26-year-old Brazilian attacker moves after a pressing at Rio Ave on loan with 2 goals in 8 games. And last but not least, Jack Clarke has secured a loan spell to Stoke City. The former Leeds youngster was snapped up by Spurs after some promising displays with the Leeds first team. The 20-year-old English winger has bags of potential, but he's not quite cracked it yet. His previous loan spells with Leeds, he returned to his former club, and QPR were massively underwhelming. He's hoping for more game time at Stoke to prove to Spurs that he's a better player than he was. He says he's grown in the last 6 months and deserves a place in their matchday squad. Okay, everybody, that's all we have for you this week. Will Mbappe go to Real Madrid? Who should they sign instead? And, what's the transfer fee going to be? Guess is on the postcard below. Comments, likes, shares, give us your love. Until then, have a great weekend and take it easy. Bye-bye.